to do the countdown, and you all are going to help. Are you ready, Andrew? We're going to do the countdown. All right, let's do it. Everybody with me. We're going to start at 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Practice. He's got some stuff under his belt.
Yes,
But,
yes.
All right, here we go. Level 3 complete. Peter Charles out in front with 440 points. We got Michael Jarman just behind, along with Patrick Chatane. Here's Patrick. He's looking at level 2, and he does have bonus to those next levels. You can see what Michael's doing as well, because he potentially have to score some bonus points or level 7 to really take this home.
And we're looking at Andrew's screen. And
it looks like we're really stumping them on level 6 and 7. They're moving around an asteroid field trying to find the optimal path. So it's a lot of cell movement based on asteroid value.
Really challenging.
That's really challenging.
Yeah.
over is over. All right, and Andrew now he's looking around. He's taking his headphones off. What is he doing? Okay, is he safe? Is he safe? This is bold. This is bold. Look at it, crossing his arms. No, no. The guy is flexing.
19,
He's flexing.
18,
He's flexing.
16,
What is he doing? Look at this guy. Look
14,
at
13, 10, 9.
Oh, come on.
8,
What is
7,
this? No.
6.
No,
It is all over, boys and girls.
Look at this, look at
Ladies
this,
and
look at
gentlemen,
this,
children of all age, we have our new winner.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That just gave it
Let's
up
go.
to him.
Let's move over here to the center of the
Just gave it
stage.
up to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your third place winner. That's where you all applaud. Your third place winner. Your second place winner. And our new Microsoft Excel World Champion, Andrew Guy.
See,
You've modernized your data cloud, but do you have a modern intelligence cloud? With the familiarity of a spreadsheet, enterprise-grade security and governance, and cloud scale, Sigma empowers everyone to data confidently. Analyze, collaborate, act. Know your past, action your present, predict your future. Sigma.
Hello and welcome to Excel Esports Battle 10 of the Road to Las Vegas circuit. We're here today with people who are going to be fighting for a qualification ticket to the Excel World Cup finals in Las Vegas. And you know what, it feels good. It feels exciting to be here. You feeling the same?
Oh yes, battle number 10, Road to Las Vegas, is on, and we've got some competitors today where I believe it's their first live stream for the majority of them.
Yeah,
So-
I hope they're feeling good. I'm here with my lovely co-host, Alan. Alan's an Excel and Power BI trainer based in Ipswich, which is in the UK. You know, not that far from where I am actually. He's been training professionals for over 22 years. 22. Wow. He's Microsoft MVP, very coveted. Founder of Computer Gaga, YouTube channel with over 50 million views and 100,000 subscribers. That's just not any subscribers. That's like Excel liking subscribers. That's pretty good. He's also the author of acclaimed advanced Excel formulas. I hear he likes sum index and has a strong affection for text to columns. It's Computer Gaga's Alan Murray.
Thank you, Harry. And this is Harry. I'm not sure where Harry's based, but I'll find out if he's near me.
And Milton Keynes.
Milton Keynes, I know that. So Harry is an AI engineer at Acuity Pricing. So he is responsible for some of the price matches that I experience here in the UK in supermarkets. And he's also a developer at Paris Oak, a state-of-the-art financial modeling Excel add-in. Regular viewers may be familiar with Harry already, as he's a regular competitor and finished in the top 10 in the world last year at the Financial Modeling World Cup, a kind of sister competition to what we're doing today, and just at the age of 25, meaning that we are similar ages. And he has won numerous awards for financial modeling and innovation.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see the competition today. Of course, this is the last of these kind of esports battles in order to gain places. I think I'm right in saying that the winner that we see on the live stream today will win a qualification ticket, as will some of the high scorers in the round. How do you think they're feeling today?
That's probably a question for you, Harry, yourself as a competitor. But if it was me, I'd be, I don't know, excited and nervous at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, being on the live stream kind of adds to an already nervous energy that you have when tackling one of those cases. Actually, most of our competitors will have done it already and will just be tuning in now. So I guess they'll have some knowledge of how it's going to go.
Sure. Not sure there's the queue on the
Yeah, well, so I think we've had 10 battles so far. Each of them obviously has resulted in some of these tickets being won. There are also qualification tickets, I believe, in the Financial Modeling World Cup rounds. And there's also opportunities to qualify in Las Vegas. So there's a kind of last chance qualification round where if you go to Las Vegas, you might then win a ticket, which is good.
Nice. I'm assuming there's a link in the description for people to find out about how you sign up for these events.
I'm sure there will be. I mean, a lot of the places will be decided now, but there will still certainly be some places to come. So, if you think you stand a chance on one of these Excel cases, you think you're pretty good at Excel, why not give it a go? Should we meet the players?
Sure.
Perhaps we'll talk a little longer.
Microsoft Excel World Championship Season 2024. There are 10 Road to Las Vegas battles that occur throughout the year. It is advised but not mandatory to participate in all of them to qualify for the finals in Las Vegas. From each of the 10 Road to Las Vegas battles, 5 best-scoring participants get a ticket to the main draw of the competition, meaning they can skip the Microsoft Excel World Championship qualification round. These 50 people will be a part of the Microsoft Excel World Championship main draw, which has 128 spots. The remaining players will be determined through the qualification round on October 12th, Financial Modeling World Cup regular season, as well as the organizers will award 2 wildcards. Then the MEWC online rounds will start on October 26th, with 128 people that will play each other in a playoff format. After the 2 rounds of play, the 128 players will be eliminated down to 32. These 32 players will be directly accepted into the finals in Las Vegas. However, the online rounds will continue on October 31st, when 2 more rounds will be played. These matches will determine the top 8 players who qualify directly into the Day 3 finals in Las Vegas. These players have already guaranteed themselves a part of the prize money pool as long as they come to Vegas. The remaining 24 players will qualify for the Day 2 matches of the in-person competition. So, how will the Las Vegas finals work? On December 2nd, the first day of the finals, a last chance qualification round will be held for anyone who has not qualified yet, but would like to take part in the finals and is in Las Vegas. 36 winners of the last chance qualification round will be playing on the gorgeous HyperX Arena on the next day. They will be joined by the 24 winners of the online rounds and the 4 wild cards chosen by the organizers. From these 64 players, 16 will qualify for the Day 3 finals on December 4th. They will join the 8 winners of the online rounds to form a 24-player pool competing for the champion's title. Plan your Vegas trip now. Book hotels at exclusive rates, secure affordable flights, schedule your visa interview, and get set for an amazing time with fellow Excel enthusiasts. Don't wait for online rounds in October. They might make your qualification path easier, but no matter what, you can still compete in Vegas. Good luck and see you in Las Vegas.
Wow. So, yeah, in summary, that's probably the biggest and most complicated Excel competition of all time, right? This is your opportunity to be there.
Okay, so shall we meet some of the players? Harry, who do we have?
Well, we've got Bruno. Bruno tells me he's been using Excel on a daily basis for 20 years. That's really long time. That's as long as Alan's been training people, pretty much. You work in hedge fund analysis, and you've competed in 4 or 5 battles so far. Is that right? Is there anything kind of you can tell us about those?
Yes, that's perfect. Super excited today to be here competing with incredible Excel talent, and I can't wait to see what this battle brings.
Well, we've got some interesting comments in the YouTube chat about it. People definitely having some comments. And we've got Eric. Eric's joining from the lovely Maine in America. He loves video games and he loves pickleball. I'm not sure exactly what pickleball is, but apparently it's something like tennis. And his favorite kind of Excel thing that's come out recently is regex. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Eric.
Oh, I'm very excited to be here. Been using Excel for a long time, and it's my Excel. I love video games, but Excel is my favorite video game. So I'm very excited to be here.
Nice. All right, thanks, guys. Well, on the other side, we have Tim Freilich. Tim's originally from Chicago. He's competed in the previous battles this season and previously in the Collegiate Challenge. He's a big Chicago Cubs fan and also is a trained barista for coffee. So hoping that will help him out today. How you feeling, Tim?
Feeling great. Really excited to get started.
Awesome. And then we have Wojciech Rybak, originally from Poland, representing Poland, but is currently based in Lithuania. He is hoping to bring some of his expertise from League of Legends into these Excel battles. How you feeling, Wojciech?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good, putting the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth on the map today.
Nice. We have quite a few Polish competitors, I think, in this Excel Esports this season.
Yeah, I saw them.
Representing well. Well, that's our competitors. Hope they all seem they've got a few smiles on their faces at the moment. I think they're feeling good.
They've not been crushed by this case to come yet. Yeah, so this case today is by Emils, who's the COO of Financial Modeling World Cup. I think it's his debut case, but he's a very familiar face to those of us and kind of involved in the Excel esports world. I hope the competitors are keen to get started. Before we do, first, I think we're going to run a few ads, and we'll run the case introduction animation so you can get familiar with, with what the question is.
To Las Vegas Battle 10. We're at the end of the road, and the live Microsoft Excel World Championship Finals in HyperX Arena Las Vegas are just around the corner. During this Excel Esports season, we have already solved 9 amazing cases, some easier, some more difficult, and now it's time to reflect on the journey we've had. We are glad to present you the case for the battle, Almost There, designed by Emils Salitis from Latvia. This case consists of 2 independent parts. 1. Previous battle result analysis, and 2. Working with the Road to Las Vegas map. Throughout the season, we've had the best participants securing their place in the leaderboard. You're provided with their results from all of the 9 previous battles from this season. You'll need to manipulate the data to get the correct answers for the final Road to Las Vegas battle this year. Here are the rules for tiebreakers, presented according to their hierarchy. 1. The winner is the participant with the most points. 2. If more than one participant has the same amount of points, the one with less time spent is the winner. 3. If they're still tied, the winner is decided by sorting their names alphabetically. You're also provided with a map that clearly indicates your path to success. Every cell in your path is equal to 1 calendar day. From each cell, you can move in 8 directions: up, down, left, right, and to all 4 diagonals. You start on January 1st in cell B2 and end your path on October 10th in cell A041. This path will only be used in level 5. While you navigate through the desert of Nevada, you might encounter some cacti, rattlesnakes, palm trees, and even an unexpected brick wall. In level 7, additional rules regarding brick walls and rattlesnakes are introduced. You need to go around the brick wall and avoid getting too close to the rattlesnakes. The case has a 130 questions of 7 levels of difficulty and 5 bonus questions, some of which are independent of the levels. Plan your strategy wisely. Good luck, and see you at the finals in Las Vegas.
You've modernized your data cloud, but do you have a modern intelligence cloud? With the familiarity of a spreadsheet, enterprise-grade security and governance, and cloud scale, Sigma empowers everyone to data confidently. Analyze, collaborate, act. Know your past, action your present, predict your future. Sigma.
And there we go. That was the case description. I see there's a clarification in the chat as well that Emils has written some of the financial modeling World Cup rounds, but that this is his first kind of Excel esports type case. And what an interesting case it is. I see there's a kind of data analysis element and a kind of map element as well, which the players always find tricky. How did you find it, Alan?
As you described, really. So we've got kind of 2 independent parts. We have the analysis of previous battles so far this season and the map part. And the map part, I find that very tricky. The first part, not so bad.
I found the whole pair tricky, really. I kind of was tripping over myself ordering everything. But we'll see how the competitors get on today.
Sure. I'm hoping they don't get too distracted by seeing their own names and the analysis of the previous battles.
That's true. I think those are some of the actual numbers in a lot of cases. I mean, I was certainly in there and I recognized a couple of the scores. So that was really cool to see. The kind of the map based problems starts putting a little geometry in there by the second half, and that's something that obviously, like, outside of Excel esports, you kind of would only very rarely do in Excel, right?
Sure. Yeah, and myself seeing stuff like that, I've struggled to think about, especially with the speed element, how I would get an answer to those that quickly. The analysis side is definitely more my game.
Yeah, some of our top competitors write some very kind of advanced formulas kind of to solve some of those harder pieces, and I bet they've read your advanced formulas book.
Yeah, we don't talk about too many maps in there, but the fundamentals, I guess, are there if you can find the right key to the keyhole you're in.
I personally really quite like them. They're quite visual. You know, I think they show up well on the live stream compared to if you just had like a big block of numbers. And maybe some of the viewers today can spot themselves in the data analysis piece.
I've found on some previous esports competitions, you know, using a few tricks I've learned from previous with finding those characters and the best ways of working with them.
Yeah, well, there's kind of a whole meta going on almost. Certainly, some of the top participants release regular videos. I know Elliot releases videos, Dyramid, for example, and quite a few others. I'm sure people will be writing about that in the chat as well.
Is that something you encourage, Harry, for people learning skills here?
Yeah. I feel like if you take the time to kind of review how you've done on something, and you know, in the sense that you have to if you're making a video, it's absolutely worth doing from a learning perspective. Should we bring back the participants?
Absolutely.
Hello. How are you guys feeling? Bruno, have you got any questions about the case?
No, that's okay.
Everything looks good.
Everything looks good. Brilliant. Are you ready to get started? Does anyone need a minute?
I mean, I'm a little confused about, it says one of them you have to stay on the path, but does that mean you can cut, but you can also go diagonally? Can you cut the corner of a path?
No, I think you can only do the 4 cardinal directions, up, down, left, and right.
Yeah. So it's just level 5, I believe, yeah? And then...
Got it.
Quick one. Then it's through the desert of Nevada on the last 2.
Nice Las Vegas tie in there. Cool. Well, if there aren't any other questions, I think we're ready to get started. Let's kick this off. And we're off. We can see all 4 screens here at the moment. Looking good. You can see there, Tim's using a lot of different characters with that kind of key tracking software there on the right. Definitely off to a very rapid start. It's quite impressive, isn't it?
So I'm always impressed by how quickly people start operating and moving. Wojciech's on the board already with 20 points there.
Wow, that's wild. You can see a lot of the people are kind of putting filters on or extending the data table in order to kind of filter and sort on kind of additional piece of information. That's pretty good. Is that how you challenged it?
Yes. Well, I get the luxury of time here. Sorry, who are we looking at here? Tim. So Tim's, I think, was in the middle of doing a formula there to extract the time elements.
Oh yes, yeah. You see, he's kind of splitting out the different. He's just removed a filter from that, or added a filter, I think. He's naming the columns of the table based on the thing at the top, so that he can refer to them kind of quicker later. That's pretty good from a kind of investing time now to perform better in the long run type of situation. And you can see there he went straight for that bonus question.
Yeah.
Of course, the bonuses can not be awarded to everybody. It's about kind of who gets in there first. And Tim's gone straight for it, but I think he's just missed out. Should we go and have a look at how Bruno's doing? Looks like he might have had one of those bonus questions.
Yes, let's do that. I've got a feeling Wojciech got there first. That's a good point. What you're making, Harry, about getting there first.
Yeah, so it looks like 2 players can get any of the bonus questions, and it's Wojciech and Bruno who've managed it on this one. Okay. And you see that Bruno's gone straight for the second bonus question as well. And looks like he's got it. Pretty good. It looks like Tim might have got bonus 2 as well. Should we go and see how Eric's getting on?
Do that.
Of course, Spanish Excel from Bruno there.
Yes.
I'm not so good at Spanish Excel.
So here's Eric.
Oh, what the hell? There's some buttons there. I wasn't expecting that. I've not seen that before.
Hi.
It looks like he's been preparing some stuff in advance, perhaps, to help him answer these questions quickly. Maybe some kind of data table-like system. That's looking pretty good.
Nice. Just trying to work out what his doing at the moment. But I guess that's
Well, he's just put some points on the board, level 2.
There you go.
Wow. I wonder if he
Crikey.
skipped level 1. It's pretty interesting strategy. Of course, he can always come back to level 1 later. It's not kind of blocked out like any of the bonuses are. So, maybe it makes sense to get some points on the board early. Make sure you can get those later levels in.
For sure, yeah. And Eric has just shot to the top of the leaderboard by focusing there and bypassing the bonuses.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that comes and bites him, if he needs some of those bonus question points later. Should we check out what Wojciech's doing as well?
Let's do that. Wojciech got those 20 bonus on the board quick, but points-wise hasn't moved since.
I wonder if he attempted bonus 2 and didn't quite make it before Bruno and Tim. But you can see he's typing at like 1 million characters a second there. Not a technical kind of statement, but definitely quickly. Oh, look at what he's doing. He's filling in the kind of order in which the items go on the path. So on some of the later questions, you need to kind of count the number of days, for example, from a square to one of the green elements. And this is kind of one way to work out what number kind of on the path those green elements are. I actually did this while I was doing the case. I did a kind of equals next one plus 1 and copied it to all of the rightward ones and all of the leftward ones and so on. Oh, and look, Tim's actually doing the same thing. And that's actually exactly what I did. Tim's doing exactly the same thing. Did you do something like this when you were tackling kind of enumerating that path?
I didn't. I just actually did a find and replace and threw a load of number 1s into the path. Like a find and replace on the colour.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. So you can. A lot of people don't know you can actually do a find and replace by format in Excel, right? Oh, but I think Tim might have just made a mistake there because he overwrote one of the green cells, and you see he's lost some of the formatting, so he'll actually lose some information there about where the cases are. Sure. And it looks like he hasn't copied the map beforehand, so that could come back to bite him later.
You'll see. I've seen a few references to lambdas so far. This is the new age, eh?
Yeah, the new meta for XL Esports. That's right. lots of players have been bringing their own custom lambdas in. Should we go and have a look at how Eric's doing? He's really racking those points up.
He is racking them up, yeah. Quite a way in front points wise. Double on position 2 at the moment.
Looks like he went to bonus 4. Bonus 4 is actually quite a challenging bonus. It's interesting he went for it early. It's pretty smart strategy, I think.
Yes. Bonus 4 is the 7th highest ratio, wasn't it, if I remember rightly?
Yes, so the players are going to have a kind of ratio of points per minute spent on the different cases, and question 4 is quite a complicated one about kind of that stat in aggregate. And you can see how he's also gone back and cleared level 1, which we'll have to ask him later if he made a mistake on level 1 and went back, or whether it was a strategic decision.
Yes, and if it is strategic, so far it's working very well for him.
Yeah, he's certainly can't complain how he's doing on that leaderboard.
Hammering through at the moment. Setting some manual sorts at the moment.
Yeah, I've not seen those before. That's pretty cool. I can see. So he'll be sorting first by battle and then by points, I suppose. So part of the questions is about ranking the different players in the different battles and kind of averages and statistics based on that. So he'll be using that complicated sort to get everything in the right order. When I was doing this case, I actually mucked that up a bit in the sense that, I sorted the times highest to shortest and things like that. So it's quite tricky. It's quite tricky one. Would you agree?
Yes, I mean, I honestly didn't think about doing that approaches. I was using some formulas to create the rankings. I didn't consider...
like a kind of score based on the different point levels and things like that.
Yeah, so the ranking order of points, and then was it least time followed by A to Z on name.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I didn't think about creating this separate range like Eric is, which helps when you have those follow-on questions and you can fall back to that data set again and again.
What's really striking me here is look at how many tabs Eric has. I think when they got the case, it had 3, and maybe most people just add 1 or 2 to do some workings on. But Eric's clearly come into this with quite a sophisticated strategy.
Yeah, he's well prepared, one would seem.
Should we go and have a look at how Tim's getting on?
Let's do this. Oh, Wojciech just got some points on the board.
Oh, nice. Nice. We could go to Wojciech as well.
Oh, and Eric, I don't know if he's in.
Eric's blazing through it like
Yeah.
a fireball. Oh, I see Wojciech's been going for the bonuses, so he's done bonus 3 as well. Like, definitely a smart strategy in a lot of cases. The bonuses are, as we said, kind of locked to the first people to get them. So if you're kind of confident you're going to get through all the main 7 levels, the best strategy is to go through all the bonuses first. But of course, if you go for those bonuses and don't manage to do the 7 levels, you can end up quite a bit further behind than you would have been otherwise.
Sure. I think that first bonus, I mean, when I opened up the case, that very first bonus question, I just hit that straight away.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a kind of time scramble for a lot of people at the beginning. I remember there was one sequence number round where you could almost do it in your head, and definitely that's one to get on the board if you can quickly. He's got quite a nice setup there, a big table. I'm trying to. His formula bar is hidden actually, but it looks like he's using lots of max ifs and sum ifs and the kind of aggregate stats functions, which makes sense.
Yes. He's just moving on to the level 2 there, wasn't he? I mean, level 2 is a classic lookup, which I think I saw on Eric's screen previously.
Yes, obviously there are some of the questions are things that people will be quite used to when they're doing Excel. But doing it under the time pressure is a different beast entirely.
Yes.
Should we go and have a look at how Bruno's getting on?
Yes. So Bruno's currently in second place.
Yes. If I had Spanish Excel, I would not be in second place right now. I'd be in last. So he's using some nice dynamic arrays.
Yeah, and this will be sort and filter, those 2 functions. He's got some arrays for columns and order in there.
That's quite a complicated set of arrays he's using there as well. I wonder where the 5, 4, and 2 come in.
Yes. So the 5, 4, and 2 are the columns from the original table. So he's sorting by column 5, then 4, then 2.
That's very smart. And you can see there he's also put the ordering. So he's gone -1, 1, 1. So if he messes up the orders like I did, he'll very easily be able to fix it just by swapping the signs on those.
And he's gone for that question very similar to what I did. He's used my index, which is one of my favourites there to get that following player.
Oh, I can suss now.
You don't want to see that. Oh, and Bruno is very close now. 3-3-5.
I would much rather see the battle, of course. Yeah, he's got a lot of points. He's really catching up to Eric.
Right.
Yeah, we've got a tight race in 1 and 2 at the moment.
So what is this? Is Bruno? Okay, so will Bruno get points if he does the 3rd bonus, or is that too late now?
I'm not sure. Maybe we can get that clarified in the chat. I think 1 and 2 were definitely locked out, and someone's got 1 on 3, but I don't know if 2 people have 1 on 3. We got lots of familiar names jumping out in front of us from this battle. Recognise Andrew Nye. So I guess this is the scores so far. We can see that bonus 3 has only been done by Wojciech, so yeah, it's still available for the other 3 players at the moment. And bonus 4 has only been done by Eric. That's still available for the other 3.
That's certainly an option. When you're only 10 points behind, like Bruno.
Absolutely. Like Bruno, if he does want to do bonus 3 at some point, he certainly doesn't want to get locked out of it now. Yeah, of course. We might see people climbing onto levels 5 and 6, and that's where this battle might be decided.
Yes.
So I think so far they've basically been doing the data analysis pieces, and no one's onto the map questions yet. Although actually Eric's was just looking at one. So yeah, Eric's just done question 4, so I guess he's now looking at them.
Yeah, he's jumped up to 545 points.
Yeah, he's also removed the location. He's removing the locations of all the battles. I can see he's actually doing it on a copy of the map, so he still will have that information in his file. So he stands a bit of a better chance than Tim, kind of refinding them. But let's see how he's going to enumerate this path. Of course, some of the competitors were doing this earlier, and kind of maybe they'll get that time back in points later on. And see, Tim, for example, has just gained a lot of points, and maybe that was that time paying back for him.
Awesome. Did you just see him throwing that macro, Harry's?
Yeah, that's
Numbered
speed
whole
macro.
class.
He's prepared. But what he hasn't noticed is that the first tile has been a 0, and I think he probably would want that to be a 1. I'm not sure. Maybe it actually doesn't matter for some of these questions.
Yeah, we'll see the approach.
Yeah, we'll see if it comes back to bite him or not. Oh, he's using an
Tim's-
indirect there. What can you tell us about indirect?
Was she using indirect or not? What did I use that on? I used it on something. But indirects will convert a text into a reference.
And what do people say about indirect?
That you shouldn't use it.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not under professional situation here. We're just trying to get those points out. But indirect is lambasted as a volatile file that messes up function that messes up calculation speeds and isn't very robust to workbook changes, right?
Yes, I once heard Charles Williams say how it's it's the most evil function in Excel.
To what extent can we blame a function for being evil? I'm not sure.
Indeed, I love them all. So I don't think we've seen Tim's screen for a while. Do you think we should jump?
Yeah,
to
let's
Tim?
check in with Tim. He's got an unusual score, which means, yeah, he's only finished part of level 3, but not the rest of it. Perhaps his sorting was kind of right mostly, but maybe off on the kind of 3rd sorting condition or 2nd.
Yes.
But you can see the types of functions these guys build under the time pressure in order to score lots of points. It's pretty, like just one error and you're stuck debugging this for ages. So they're kind of always dancing on a knife's edge.
Yes, that is the problem. I mean, it's great that there's independent parts, so there's more points to be gained. But yes, some of the questions do semi-flow, and can impact following answers, can't they?
They can, and I can see Tim's building the solution on question 51, and then copying it back over to the example. And actually, that's quite risky in the sense that if you forget to copy it back over, you can go ahead and kind of miss your debugging. I've certainly done that before. Interesting. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you can. I was just saying, I found this question quite tough because of the format of the time element.
Yes, I think that I might have perhaps got a couple of those wrong where the seconds, if it was 5 seconds where I didn't put the 0 in there, I think I probably missed that while I was doing the case. That's certainly not easy to pick up on, but Tim's managed to.
Nice.
And he's on to that map question. See if some of that earlier work pays off.
Boy.
Oh, he's really caught up to Eric and Bruno as well. So if it does, he's in with a good shout here.
And Eric's just taking another stride ahead as you say that.
Yeah, Eric blazing through. Who've not we seen for a while? Should we have a look at Eric?
Let's do that.
Ooh, what's he up to there? Is he counting up his points or something?
Where are we?
Oh, he's building I think he might be building something that kind of retrieves the data from the question sheet so that his buttons can loop through them. It's interesting.
Nice. He's smiling there.
Oh, he's feeling good. He probably can see he's in #1 place at the moment. He's thinking, how do I not botch this? I'm ahead. Right.
Still 13 minutes to go. So.
Yeah, still a lot of time. Still
It's amazing how
small
many
levels that can be
time already.
You can tell he's getting pretty through. He's getting pretty far through it. But certainly, I didn't do level 6 while I was doing the case in the 30 minutes. That's pretty impressive.
It is very impressive, yeah. Yeah, I did struggle a bit on the, working through that time bit. I flew through the first couple of levels and stuff quite quick, and then the time really was a bit of an obstacle to get by.
Yeah, the time is a very difficult element. You do one approach and you try to lay it out really nicely, so if something goes wrong, you have time to fix it. But in doing so, you then burn through a third of your time on level 4 or 5, and you've not got enough time to tackle those last 2, which are actually worth a lot more points.
Yeah, I did make a mistake myself. I got them all right apart from 2. My time calculation slightly up, but
I really can't criticize him. I don't really know what these functions are doing, but I assume this is a kind of map interpretation set of functions he's prepared in advance.
Doesn't help the commentary too much.
Well, I suppose not. I actually use complex numbers to enumerate a map because you keep the real part and the address part quite easily separable. But I don't really know kind of what the J represents here or what the hyphen or 7 is, but I assume it means one of the cells on the map. Maybe he's got them in kind of addresses. So maybe it's like literally cell G7 if the map was an Excel workbook or something. But yeah, he's using address there, so that's definitely something for picking up information about the map. That might be just picking up the cell references directly.
Yeah, you can see he's putting that.
I see that Tim has overtaken Bruno. That's interesting. Should we go and see how Bruno is doing? See if he's close to finishing a level.
Yes, let's check out Bruno, and then we should probably see what Vorchek's up to as well.
Nice dynamic array there.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Whoa! Look at that. You see that pop up there? That's a long let function. Of course, let being one of the relatively new functions that were introduced lately. It's used, I think, for kind of defining, well, for kind of splitting out how you build up a large function, so into kind of more reasonable chunks to work with. Is that right?
That is absolutely right. Makes it more meaningful. Also speeds up calculation.
Oh, is that what you did there to the map?
That is, yes.
Oh. So how is he going to add these up?
Well, hopefully a quicker way than what I did, because after getting those numbers, I just did it manually.
I see.
But yeah, I used binary replace to fill in the path exactly like that.
But you can see he's kind of made a copy of the map, so maybe he can do some kind of transform here to do it all in one nice go. I have to see. I think paracol means to call function. I think we'll probably have to avoid Warshek for a moment because there's been some internet issues, but maybe we should go and have a look at how Eric's doing, as he's just thrown another load of points on the board.
121.
Yeah, so obviously a kind of not round number here, so something's not quite right on level 6. Can't blame him at all for that, though. That's a pretty challenging question. So I think what he's done is he's listed all of the addresses within the map, and he's kind of defined something that says if you're within 2 steps of a cactus or whatever the things you're meant to avoid are, then put something in that final column. I can also see a nice list here that maybe some of the other competitors in the future will make some notes on. Would you say that?
Yes, I guess these are what you what he's doing there. Watching these contests, yes, building up strategies for future competitions.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the amount you can learn from your fellow competitors when you're building up a good strategy is really quite high, and especially with the prevalence of lambdas is a relatively recent kind of addition, partially popularized by Diarmid Early, of course, and actually they've been quite transformative for instance map cases where the kind of default Excel functions maybe aren't as useful. They can really save a lot of time. See, he's got like a distance one there.
Yeah. Nice. I'm taking tips, Harry. Okay. I need lambdas for map.
That's right. Yeah. I really recommend him's videos. I quite like them, but he basically it's kind of the most useful ones are utility ones that are useful in lots of different scenarios. So it's ones that might actually become Excel functions at some point in the future. And it's things like calculating distances and looking up kind of one cell in a 2D map without having to write index match, which, takes quite a long time. There's quite a lot of places it can go wrong.
It's over 1,000 points now, Eric.
Pretty good. So he did that level 7 and he mostly got it right. So see he's moving on to that final bonus question there, which is even harder than 6 and 7. Not sure if he'll be able to get that if he hasn't.
That is a tough one.
Yeah, well, I don't think I should doubt him. I think he's doing pretty well.
He's absolutely flying, isn't he? Yeah, and
Yeah.
bonus. Yeah, all the other bonuses have gone, haven't they?
Yeah, all of them except bonus 5. So I suppose if he wants to do another bonus, it'll have to be number 5, won't it?
It will, but he's got a nice cushion as well from the potential chaos of the last minute. He looks like he's got a gap where nobody's going to catch him unless they know the answers. These.
Yeah, if Tim manages to get all of 6 and 7, he might manage it. And Bruno might actually catch Tim as well if he manages to do level 5, given that, given the 90%'s there from Tim. It's probably something to do with the sorting, as we've said. It's interesting that Warshay, although we can't see his screen, has kind of scored on level 4, but not on level 3. That's quite interesting.
Yes. I don't know what the questions are for the two. Yeah.
Yeah, it's some of the more complicated data analysis, like the averaging of the kind of averages of the time spent on the cases per minute and things like that.
Yeah, and then the maps begin from level 5, don't they?
I'd be surprised if Eric hasn't done super well when we announce all of the results at the end of the live stream. Eric will probably have a really high score in that, I reckon.
Yes. Well, he's got points on the board on all levels, I think, hasn't he? And,
yeah, very, very impressive showing. And if he gets bonus 5, he's kind of dipped his toe into every question pretty much, I think.
Yes, indeed. No one is safe from Eric.
Tim's taking a minute to think about that map question where you can't get within a certain number of steps of a cactus and so on. Always good to take a breath and kind of take a minute to make sure your approach is what you want to do. So that's pretty good. Bruno's still going at that, adding 1 to the path. Maybe is he filling them in? Yeah, he's counting them with the little Excel taskbar. When you select items, it counts. It does a sum, for example, is one of the things it can do. And I suppose he's using.
That was all doing.
He's using that to figure this stuff out manually. Although, of course, when you test something manually, it's subject to manual errors.
True, yeah. But that is exactly what. Obviously, I'm not a competitor, but that is exactly what I did. Find a replace them there, and just select the ones. And
I'm wondering if he should add 1 probably to the end of all of these for the green square itself. I suppose we'll find out. He's not putting any points on the board, so I guess he must. Yeah, that must be why I guess he's perpetually off by 1. Oh dear.
You'd hope. Yeah.
Poor Bruno.
You can notice. Yeah, it's tough when you do it live.
Tough. Yeah, especially in his head right now. He's probably, I've got people watching me. I'm under time pressure. Oh right. Yes. So we've just had a note from on high that he's not entering the answers into Excel Online, so we don't know yet whether these are right or not. So actually, he might be fine. We'll have to find out when he enters those answers. Should we pop to Tim? Yeah. Whoa, VLOOKUP there from Tim. How do you feel about a VLOOKUP?
I like it. It's like, I mean, I don't use it too much nowadays, but I'm not one to grumble. It's good. It's no.
Interesting index sequence there. So I guess he's pulling back parts of the map and then doing like counts or something over it. That's pretty cool. Of course, retrieving things from these maps is kind of, there's no obvious way to do it in Excel as is. So you often see a lot of creative approaches, and you can see that he's actually filled in all of the different dates somehow, which is interesting. I guess it saved a conversion on one of the questions. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe it would make it easy to spot an issue if one of them went back to Jan 00 or something. If one of the additions didn't work properly. Well, he's really not. Bruno and Tim are not that far off. I guess Bruno must have submitted some answers there with some manual errors potentially.
Yes, and Wojciech's just got some more points on the board as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I wonder which levels those are on. Tim there on has done levels 1 to 5, so he must be on 6 at the moment. Pretty challenging set of questions now, but he'll need to have a good go if he wants to stay ahead of Bruno.
Yes.
You know, the manual approach might be slower at first on maybe some of the ones that other players can get through quickly, but it can very easily catch up. It's not a bad strategy at all. Of course, it's not always clear when you do a question like how long it's going to take to you know, for your solution to work, and often making the bet of manual will pay off. I've certainly seen it before.
Yeah, as you say, the formula, I think you said earlier, is a bit more risky in the case of just the tiniest mistake in a big formula, but on the flip side, it will pay off when it just fills it all in.
Yeah. I guess the advantage of the manual approach is also that you can get partial answers. So if you're tackling level 7 as a whole, and you don't quite get there, then you get no points. But if you've been doing it manually, you'll certainly get some points on the board. I see Tim's just done most of level 6. That's pretty good. That might put him ahead of Bruno for now. If Warshek's internet's better, maybe we can go back to him. But otherwise, let's have a look at Eric, see whether he's put his feet up or not.
Only 1 minute 15 remaining.
So we see Bruno here. I guess that must be indirect. Whoa. I don't want to read his emails.
What's going on?
Hopefully nothing sensitive in there. So you see Bruno's kind of he's moved on to level 6. So there's a couple of manual errors on level 5, but actually the kind of adding one didn't need to be doing, so that's fine. Whoa, that's a lot of lambdas. Sure, all of the kind of is it Spanish or Portuguese? Now that I think about it, it might be Portuguese.
Yeah. You would expect so, yeah. But,
yeah. So I wonder if all of the other Portuguese players will be taking notes on the names of those lambdas there. Wow. So I guess this is part of the solution for avoiding the cactuses and things. So Eric must have kind of manually or maybe automatically somehow filled in those areas around the cactuses where they're not allowed to go on the map itself that he's using. And actually that saves a bit of time. And yeah, we've only got 5 seconds left. So, Bruno just got some more points on the board, but it looks like the standings are pretty set in stone. Oh wow! What a battle that was! What an impressive showing as well.
It's so impressive seeing how they're working through that map. And a variety of different techniques as well.
I'm gutted for Warshek as well, because if he's been doing a significant chunk of 5 and 6, that means he's not that far off getting a lot more points on levels 3 and 4. There's probably only 1 or 2 things that were wrong.
Yeah, 100% on level 5 there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's quite, it's not easy. And we actually got a lot of those bonuses this time. That's, it's not necessarily normal for so many bonuses to be done. Really impressive by everybody.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Some solid performance all round. Obviously, Eric,
brilliant job on level 7.
How are we doing, guys?
Well done, everyone.
Thank you. Good game, everybody.
Bruno, how did you find that? Oh, we can't hear you, Bruno. You have to unmute yourself.
Sorry, I think I lost myself in the map. So levels 5, 6, 7 were too hard.
Oh, we saw you going at those levels with a manual approach, and actually we thought you stood a chance at catching up to the other competitors with that. Not a bad strategy at all.
Yeah, I was trying to get some points, some few points.
It's nice.
And Eric, you're going home with the qualification round ticket. You must be feeling pretty good right now.
Yes, absolutely, feeling good.
We saw a lot of very interesting things happening on your screen today. Could you tell us anything about those?
Yeah, I had some macros prepared. Like I have this maze solver one that kind of automatically filled in the points on the path, which obviously was a big help in this one.
And one burning question I had was why did you have like 20 tabs on a 3-tab file?
So I have the setup macro I use puts each level on its own tab and has a what if table on the side right? So I have so I solve it once, the what if table like fills out the rest of it automatically.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And Tim, do you want to tell us how you got on with that? Tim, can you hear us? Okay, we'll give Tim a minute to unmute.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
Hi. Yeah.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, I had a great time. I much prefer the data analytics part to the mapping, just like you, Alan. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll focus on the first 4, do as much as I can for the last couple, and wasn't quite enough, but it was good times.
Nice.
You put in a really good showing as well, even on the map questions. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And Warshek, you actually did really well. And in fact, you got 100% on level 5 and a big. Oh, I think we've lost him. But he did extremely well, and actually it looked like he might have got level 4 or 3 if he hadn't made a silly error. Maybe we'll get him back in a minute.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, cool. Do you want to tell us how you got on with that?
I mean, I got stuck on so many stupid things, honestly. I thought I would get it.
Well, it's always the way with the time pressure, wouldn't you agree, Alan?
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if you heard Harry, but he was just saying how we think it was level 5 that you got 100% right. So you kind of skip some, you got loads more points on the board. You seem to be having some success in the map side.
Yeah, they're doing the questions out of order, and of course, especially the bonuses, as we saw today, really paid off for a lot of people. I think that one of the bonuses was pipped at 1.2, but overall, just a really impressive showing from everybody, and well done, guys.
Yeah, well done, everybody.
Should we go to the ad break, or should we speak a bit more with the participants? And here we are with the results from the other participants. Of course, they carried out the case kind of slightly before this live stream. So familiar faces there at the top, including Diarmid Early, who I think FMWC are running a webinar with very soon, which is quite cool. If you want to be number 1, maybe need to attend that, and I'm sure the link to that will be in the description. Chris Clark there, flying the flag for the UK, doing very well. Congratulations to Michael Holmes, Zhang, Harry Watson, Alexander for your qualification there. It's pretty cool.
Excellent.
And you can see a lot of the other candidates there are pre-qualified because they've done very well in previous battles and such. So that's pretty cool. Alan, do you want to take the next 10?
Go for it. Okay, it's another brick taking place there. So we've got a few pre-qualifications. 4 from this page have already qualified. And again, some, you think about the scores from our live competitors, some outstanding scores there from all participants.
Absolutely.
Next page, please. There we go.
Oh, there I am, in number 28, so just behind Liana. Lots of familiar faces here as well. Scores in the 700s. I know that this roughly means they got through levels 1 to 5 and a few of the bonuses, I believe. So yeah, very good performance from everybody here. Willem's here, for example. He's always a very high-ranking competitor, so very, very cool to see him in this top group as well.
And here's a final page 4. See, everybody getting scores close to the 650 and above. We've got a few pre-qualifiers here. Many of the names you may have spotted on the on obviously today's battle, which is quite interesting for multiple reasons.
Yeah, well, a lot of very strong players here as well. Certainly a very tough case, and kind of that's reflected in the quality of the participants who are in this top 40. A lot of very strong names here.
Absolutely. So I think you mentioned the webinar that's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Harry, which is on creating custom functions with lambdas, and I think the contest they showed the importance on on lambdas, didn't it?
Yes, well, we saw today that lambdas are particularly useful for Excel Esports, but of course also for lots of other Excel things, especially the kind of projects you work on your own laptop. Lambdas are extremely useful for saving a lot of the time and the work and making stuff more reliable. So yeah, very, very cool to see Dim running a webinar on that, and like I say, go check it out.
I love the array of features we saw today. We saw macros, we saw lambdas,
a lot of different strategies.
We saw some find and replace. It was
the competition is really heating up, isn't it? Lots of creativity, lots of different approaches to things.
Sure.
I bet they're all prepping for the qualification round in 2 days for that Las Vegas World Championship. We're really drawing pretty close to that.
Oh, for sure. And it's probably worth mentioning at this point for anybody who likes what they see today and wants to give it a go. You can check out the website, Financial Modelling World Cup. And if you sign up for any of the future events, whether it's the Financial Modelling World Cup or this esports, and give it a go. I mean, why not?
Yeah, so there's kind of Financial Modelling World Cup, which is financial modelling cases. It's useful, for example, for training, for seeing different types of financial model people are doing. And then there's this kind of more fun Excel Esports one, and that's what we've been today, and that's what the World Championship kind of style will be as well. And you have your own YouTube channel, don't you, Alan?
I do, yes. My YouTube is Computer Gaga. Don't do too much gamification on there with kind of esports and stuff. I guess I've done a little bit in the past with things, but more tutorials on Excel, business case Excel and Power BI. It's what I do.
So you can go and check out Alan's stuff on Computer Gaga.
Thanks, Harry. Anything else we should mention, Harry?
Well, I think we should just mention how exciting it is to have the kind of biggest Excel World Championship ever coming this December, and as they sign off with see you in Las Vegas. Play the outro.